Are you looking for the best curved monitor? In this video, we will look at some of the best curved monitor on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQR. Screen size, 31.5, 1800R aspect ratio, 16:9, resolution, 2560 x 1440 panel type, VI FreeSync Premium HDR compatibility, Displayer 400 brightness, 400 candelas M2, refresh rate, 165 Hz response time, 1 millisecond inputs, 1x DisplayPort 1.2, 2x HDMI 2.0. The Asus TUF Gaming VG32VQR is relatively cheap for such a fantastic monitor, and it comes with a bunch of great features. At 31.5 inches, this 1440p display will keep your visuals looking. 1800R curve ensures more of the screen is pointing directly at you. Asus has integrated a capable VI panel, and the 400 nit peak brightness won't diminish its high contrast. With refresh rates up to 165 Hz with FreeSync Premium, your games and anything else will look beautiful and run smooth as. Number 2. Gigabyte G32QC A. Screen size, 32. 1500R aspect ratio, 16:9, resolution, 2560 x 1440 panel type, VI FreeSync Premium Pro HDR compatibility, Displayer 400 brightness, 350 candelas M2, refresh rate, 165 Hz response time, 1 millisecond inputs, 1x DisplayPort 1.2, 2x HDMI 2. The Gigabyte G32QC doesn't cost a lot, especially when you consider all that it brings to the table. This 165 Hz monitor has a 1500R curve in FreeSync Premium Pro, and you can also run G-Sync if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, which is a nice bonus. If you want to watch TV and movies on the screen, 2. You'll surely enjoy its Displayer 400 certification and 93% coverage of the DCI-P3 color space. Number 3. LG UltraGear 34GB 950GB screen size, 34. Aspect ratio, 21:9, resolution, 3440 x 1440 panel type, Nano IPS G-Sync Ultimate, FreeSync compatible HDR compatibility, HDR10, Displayer 600 brightness, 400 candelas M2, refresh rate, 180 Hz, OC, response time, 1 millisecond inputs, 1x HDMI, 1x DisplayPort 1.4. If you're into fast-paced gaming, the LG UltraGear 34GB 950GB is for you. The ultra-wide 34-inch display gives you a ton of viewing space, and the 3440x1440 resolution, HDR 600 capability, and 400 candelas M2 brightness, with local dimming, mean your games will look absolutely vibrant. Its G-Sync UltraMate support ensures flawless VRR performance, has FreeSync for AMD users. You can also overclock the screen to 180 Hz if you need even more, but that's kind of overkill with how good this monitor already is. Number 4. MSI Optix MAG342CQPV. Screen size, 34. 1500R aspect ratio, 21:9, resolution, 3440 x 1440 panel type, VI FreeSync brightness, 250 candelas M2, refresh rate, 100 Hz response time, 1 millisecond inputs, 1x HDMI 2.0, 1x HDMI 1.4, 1x DisplayPort 1.2. The MSI Optix MAG342CQPV is ready to deliver a tear-free gaming experience. With the adaptive sync technology it's packing, and the FreeSync support means your AMD graphics card will play well with this monitor. You can enjoy refresh rates up to 100 Hz in 2K. That look incredibly fluid, and a 1 millisecond response further assists in having the smoothest gaming experience possible. It also totes 2 HDMI ports and 1 DisplayPort, so you can hook up your PC and consoles to this monitor. With this option, you get a 34-inch ultra-wide VI panel, rocking a slight curve and a 21:9 aspect ratio that'll fully immerse you in the action. Although QLED and Nano IPS are flashier, VI panels offer solid contrast ratios and deep blacks at an affordable price. Colors should also be extremely accurate with DCI-P3 90%, and sRGB 115% coverage. And even though the MSI Optix MAG342CQPV is not the brightest display, you get an anti-glare coating and a highly adjustable stand for ample viewing opportunities. Number 5. Alienware 34. AW3423DW. Screen size, 34. 1800R aspect ratio, 21:9, resolution, 3440 x 1440 panel type, QD OLED G-Sync ultimate brightness, 1000 candelas M2 refresh rate, 175 Hz response time, 0.1 milliseconds GTG inputs, 2x HDMI 2.0, 1x DisplayPort 1.4. Sometimes you want a big, ultra-wide experience from a monitor, and the Alienware 34 delivers that. It's a follow-up to the Alienware W3418DW, and totes a 34-inch diagonal with a cinematic 21:9 aspect ratio, an impressive 1800R curvature, to wrap you in the action. This QD OLED panel makes everything look stunning, offering a crisp 3440 x 1440 solid contrast ratio, and a remarkable range of colors in both SDR and HDR. Speaking of HDR, this bright display totes highly capable HDR with two modes, HDR 400 True Black and HDR Peak 1000. Now, the Alienware 34 looks great, but it also boasts incredible gaming prowess. You get a 175 Hz refresh rate, and the G-Sync Ultimate support means you'll still have smooth, stutter-free gameplay even when struggling to keep up with the frame rates. That VRR technology pairs perfectly with a fast response time and low input lag for an insanely enjoyable experience, whether you're playing FPS, experts, or just about anything. It's even rocking a USB hub to plug in some extra. Number 6. Samsung Odyssey Neo G9. Screen size, 48.8. 1000R aspect ratio, 32:9. Resolution, 5120 x 1440 panel type. Mini LED QLED VI. FreeSync Premium Pro. G-Sync compatible HDR compatibility. HDR10, HDR10 Plus, Quantum HDR 2000 brightness, 2000 candelas M2, refresh rate, 240 Hz response time, 1 millisecond inputs, 2x HDMI 2.1, 1x DisplayPort 1.4. If you must have the widest widescreen, and all others have failed you, the Samsung Odyssey Neo G9 will not. This 48.8-inch display is like having two 1440p displays sitting next to one another, except instead of an eyesore of a gap between them, you get a buttery smooth, seamless 5120x 1440 QLED panel, with 2000 nits for stunning HDR, up to HDR10 Plus, content in rich color, and a whopping 240 Hz refresh rate with 1 millisecond response time. This baby delivers. Number 7. MSI Optix MAG301CR2. Screen size, 31500R aspect ratio, 21:9. Resolution, 2560 x 1080 panel type. VI FreeSync brightness, 300 candelas M2. Refresh rate, 200 Hz response time, 1 millisecond inputs, 1x DisplayPort 1.2, 2x HDMI 2.0, 1x USB-C, DP Alt. When you want to play experts, the speed of your monitor should be one of your first considerations. The MSI Optix MAG301CR2 will let you get the curved, ultra-wide gaming monitor experience you need, without sacrificing response time. It's affordable, too, so you can put more of your build budget towards other powerful PC components. The stars of the show are the 1 millisecond response time and 200 Hz refresh rate, which can give you the edge you need in a competitive environment, and the FreeSync support means the 30 screen supports 2560 x 1080 resolutions, and its VI panel also hits 300 nits to deliver a bright picture you can see clear as. Number 8. Acer Predator X35. Screen size, 35. 1800R aspect ratio, 21:9. Resolution, 3440 x 1440 panel type. VI G-Sync Ultimate HDR compatibility. DisplayPort 1000 brightness, 1000 candelas M2. Refresh rate, 200 Hz response time, 2 milliseconds inputs, 1x HDMI 2.0, 1x DisplayPort 1.4. the Acer Predator X35 might come at a high premium. But there's a whole lot of great behind this impressive 35-inch QHD curved gaming monitor. For starters, it's bright with 600 nit native brightness and a dazzling 1000 nit peak brightness, earning it the DISPLAYHDR1000 certification. The display also uses 512 local dimming zones, dramatically boosting the contrast ratio. Being a VI panel, you get superb every area, but especially in gaming. Predator is a great name for this monitor, as it's a gaming beast. You can hit 200 Hz when overclocking using the DisplayPort. It even comes with G-Sync Ultimate and a 2 milliseconds response time, so you know your games will be butter smooth even when pushing your NVIDIA graphics card to the limit. Though you won't get as impressive specs from the HDMI port, it's another way to hook up a gaming console while your PC resides